Hi there, I'm Ada, your English teacher. Do you want to speak with confidence, lose the fear, and sound natural? Stay with me, because in this channel, English is not just a subject, it's your superpower.
I'm Professor Ada, and I am absolutely thrilled to have you here. I know you're putting in a ton of effort to learn English as adults, and I really want to honor that hard work today. You might notice the calming blue and crisp silver colors on your screen. I specifically chose these to help us stay focused and keep our minds clear. Today, we are going to master what I know is one of the most frustrating parts of English, the pronunciation of the ed ending in regular past tense verbs. Here's our game plan for today. We'll start with the challenge of the past tense. Then introduce something I call the vocal motor. After that, we'll break down the three rules: the T sound, the D sound, and the extra syllable. Finally, we'll wrap up with some muscle memory practice. Let's jump right in.
Part 1. The challenge of the past tense.
So if you've ever felt completely frustrated trying to speak in the past tense, please know you are definitely not alone. I mean, why does played sound completely different from worked? They both end in ed, right? But if you say play ed or worked ed, native speakers might actually not understand you. Here's the big secret. English spelling is an illusion. We need to stop looking at the letters and start paying attention to how our bodies actually produce sound.
Part 2. The vocal motor. Okay, I want everyone to take 2 fingers and gently press them against the front of your throat. Got it? Now make a long S sound, like a snake. S. Notice that? You shouldn't feel any movement. Your vocal motor is off. That's a voiceless sound. Now keep your fingers right there and switch to a Z sound, like a buzzing bee. Zzz. Do you feel that vibration? That means your vocal motor is turned on. This simple vibration is quite literally the key to everything we are going to learn today. Part 3. Rule number 1. The T sound.
So if a base verb ends in a sound where your vocal motor is off, meaning there's no vibration in your throat, your body naturally wants to keep it off to save energy. Because of this, the ed ending transforms into a sharp, voiceless t sound. This happens with consonants like P, K, F, S, SH, CH, and X. If a word ends with any of these voiceless sounds, your throat gets to rest, and the ed becomes a perfect, crisp T.
Let's practice this together. I'm going to read these slowly, and I want you to repeat after me out loud. Make sure you end with a strong T sound, and absolutely do not add an extra syllable. Ready? Work, worked. Help, helped. Wash, washed. Watch, watched. Kiss, kissed. Did you notice how it's just one beat? Worked, helped. Great job. Moving on to part 4. Rule number 2, the D sound. Now, this rule is exactly the opposite of the first one. If the base verb ends in a sound where your vocal motor is on, where your throat is vibrating, your body simply leaves the motor running. It extends that vibration right into a soft D sound. This applies to consonants like B, G, V, Z, the letters M, N, L, R, and this is super important, all vowel sounds, because every single vowel is voiced and carries vibration. Let's look at our examples for this rule. Again, no extra syllables here.
We are just going to put a soft, vibrating D at the very end. Repeat after me and try to keep your vocal cords vibrating the whole time. Play, played. Live, lived. Call, called. Clean, cleaned. Enjoy, enjoyed. See how that works? The vibration from the vowel in play just flows seamlessly right into the D of played. Real quick before we move on, I want to highlight a really special detail. English actually has two TH sounds. In a verb like breathe, the TH is voiced, your throat is buzzing. So following our logic, we just add a D for the past tense. Breathe becomes breathed. Just let that vibration flow smoothly right to the end of the word. Part 5. Rule number 3. The extra syllable. The fancy linguistic term for this is epenthesis, but the logic is purely mechanical. Think about it. If a verb already ends in a T or a D, it's physically impossible to pronounce another T or D right after it without stopping completely. You just can't say want t or need d. It doesn't work. So your mouth naturally creates a little pause, a short vowel sound to separate them, and that creates the id sound. This is the only time we add a whole new syllable. Let's practice this new rhythm together. I'll say the base verb and then the past tense with that added syllable. Please repeat right after me. Want, wanted. Need, needed. Start, started. Decide, decided. Fantastic. Just remember, you only add this extra beat when the original verb ends in a T or D sound. Now, since you are all adult learners, I want to share a slightly more advanced nuance with you so you don't get confused later. Sometimes a word that looks like a past tense verb is actually used as an adjective. A classic example is the word blessed. As a verb, it follows our one-syllable rule, God blessed them. But as an adjective, it breaks the rule and uses two syllables. Have a blessed day. English loves throwing in surprises, right? But for now, let's just focus on the verbs. Part 6. Muscle memory practice. Just knowing these grammar rules in your head isn't quite enough. We have to build muscle memory. I want you to use these 3 steps when you practice at home. First, listen incredibly closely to the native pronunciation. Second, physically touch your throat to check if your vocal motor is on or off. And third, repeat the entire phrase out loud. Don't just practice the verb by itself, say it in a full sentence so you learn exactly how it connects to the next word. Let's do a quick repetition exercise together right now. We'll go nice and slow, focus on that final sound and how it flows into the next word. Repeat after me. I worked hard. Remember, sharp T. I worked hard. She watched a movie. They played well. Keep that vibration going. They played well. He lived there. We needed time. Add that extra syllable. We needed time. I wanted more. You are doing amazingly well. I want to leave you with a thought that I firmly believe in. The goal of learning pronunciation is never to achieve native perfection, but to achieve clear and confident communication. Please don't be afraid to make mistakes. Making mistakes means you are speaking, and speaking is exactly how you learn. Just focus on being understood. I want to wrap up our lesson today with a little challenge for you. Which of the 3 sounds, the t, the d, or the id, is the absolute hardest for your vocal motor to produce right now? Take a moment to identify your weak spot. Figure out which one feels the most unnatural in your mouth and go practice that specific sound today. Thank you so much for joining my class. Keep up the fantastic practice, and I'll see you in the next lesson.